Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy Sleek back with another video. Today we're reacting to Hoeflation Explained. Today's data scene is completely cooked and I'm pretty sure this video gonna explain why the standards are out the way. It's ridiculous, but before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Notice Squad. Like this video, we is almost at 1K, 60 away. Let's get there. With that being said, let's see what this video hitting for. Let go.
Hoeflation, the idea that modern women expect more from men while bringing less to the table.
I haven't watched the show in mad long.
If you've tried dating as an average guy in 2026, you'll realize that it feels like the majority of women are simply out of touch with reality.
It's not just women, it's men too, but majority. I can't even say majority women, but a lot. It's a lot of women and a lot of men that have things misconstrued on how shit should go. I don't want this to be a whole one-sided thing of how the woman is only delusional because the man is delusional too. Some of these niggas is feminine. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit, I want to say feminine. I would just say they're more sensitive. They don't know how to react to certain situations. You feel me? But the way I always say it, doing less is more. You know what I'm saying less is more. If shorty acting out of line, don't go out your way to explain shit and over explain and get emotional and all that. Just accept it for what it is. Keep it pushing. I'm saying it takes a lot to be the bigger person. That's why there's not too many.
Act like hoes, yet want to be treated like wives.
But this is
they
facts.
Expect a man to take full responsibility for them and even put her life before his own without giving him any authority over her. And this isn't just something some basement dwellers came up with as an excuse for being incels. It's literally been proven that most women believe men's average height is taller than it is, or men's average income is a lot higher than what most men actually make.
This right here is bird brain. You know what I'm saying? When they be saying, oh, anything under 7 inches is small, anything under 9 inches is regular. What you mean? Literally, co-worker at work love to make it seem like I'm a short king or some shit. Shorty, I'm 5'11". That's not short. You're 5'3". She like to laugh when I say I'm literally like almost neck and neck with one of the guys that is like 6'2". You know what I'm saying? My homeboy is 6'3". He's literally like right here when we sit standing next to each other. I'm not that short. You know what I'm saying? I'm not short to begin with. I'm above average height. You got a lot of these girls that are going, let's use the bird nest for example. The girls that was hanging with Samaya and all that when they was having a little video, how much does a nigga need to make to fuck with you? She gonna come out her mouth and say, oh, he gotta make 6 figures a month. Not a year, a month. Make it make sense, gang. A lot of these people are delusional. You feel me? It's not just the shorties, it's the men too. You feel me? I notice a lot of white descendants, Caucasus, the descendants of Caucasus, have this height and weight standard where like somebody who's actually thick and not fat are fat. No, nigga. You can't go around and expecting a lot from a female when you don't got your shit together. You know what I'm saying? You're chopped a little bit, your belly hanging over and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Your pockets is popped. The only time it doesn't matter if your pockets is popped is if you look the part. If you look valid, you know what I'm saying? If you look cool, money don't matter because girls, they're not gonna care. But if you're chopped, you need something to compensate for that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all need to get y'all shit together before y'all can start popping it. Is what it is. That's why that red pill shit, it got a little bit too toxic, I would say, to where it's niggas that wouldn't even be pulling the shorties that they calling a 2 or 3 at best. Nigga, look at you. Lame nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
why
hey,
is Hoeflation happening now more than ever? And more importantly, whose
social
fault
media.
is
That's
it,
why.
women or men? Because in order to solve a problem, we need to understand the cause. And what can you do to hedge against Hoeflation so that you can still succeed in modern dating and hopefully meet your future wife? Because Hoeflation isn't going to just be fixed by blaming women for everything, which is what many men are doing. Because we can't ignore the fact that men are actually the biggest reason for Hoeflation, more specifically simps.
I'm not seeing anyone right now. Guys are jerks.
God, I know, right? Guys are the worst.
Simps are low-value men who use their attention to overinflate women's collective self-image, and if we're being honest, it's mostly Indians and old guys on the
And I want to get that, like, I want to make sure that's understood. A simp is not somebody that goes above and beyond for their girlfriend, somebody that they're already with. No, a simp is somebody who does that and doesn't get anything in return. The shorty doesn't even like him at all. No reciprocation at all. It's just him being delusional. That's it. It's not, it's not a guy that respects women and is a gentleman and is, I'm saying does everything traditional and all. No, it's not. It's a nigga that goes above and beyond for a shorty that doesn't even look his way. That's it. The niggas who are fanned out over a shorty, sending her bread just cause, knowing damn well she using the nigga, and he cool with it because it's getting her attention, but it's not because she don't really care about the nigga that's giving her the bread. It's not an equal. It's not an equal. It's not balanced at all. You're giving a whole lot of effort. She's giving none. But the fact that you have access to shorty, or you think you do, you cool with it. Simp.
internet that are
It's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. Don't let these shorties try to twist the definitions and all that, making it seem like being a simp. There's nothing wrong with being a simp. That a lot of men should be simp. No, they shouldn't. You see that nigga that's going around on Twitter. The video that's going on around on Twitter about I don't know if it was a place in Houston of some guy sucking toes and putting face in ass at a pool party game. What is y'all doing, bro? And I think the shorties is laughing at you. They like, y'all look crazy, bro. Like, what is that simp behavior? It could fall into that. Cause if she, oh no, I mean, I don't think it was the same guy, but like, there was some fellas getting sucked up. I ain't gonna hold you. It's crazy. But that's besides the point.
Right? You see him in every girl's comment section commenting, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and the hard eyes emoji. But the thing is, to a woman on Instagram, 1,000 likes is 1,000 likes. Don't matter who it's from. The attention inflates her ego all the same. And you gotta understand, women have always seen attention as a currency that they can get from men. But for most of human history, it was limited by the number of men that were in her tribe or her town. Like, there might have only been 1 or 2 simpy guys, and they were seen as the losers. But it's the dose that makes the poison. Social media opened the floodgates for women to be bombarded with so much cheap male attention that they simply aren't biologically wired to process. And since attention is the main metric that women use to measure their value towards men, modern women now believe that they are more attractive than they actually are and see the majority of men as below them, even if they're really not. They
it's facts, bro. Go on Threads right now and you'll see a shorty that takes a screenshot of a Hinge conversation and she's being like a total I mean, I try to refrain myself from calling girls out their name, but it's very deserved in this instance. You know what I'm saying? Girls who have these standards that'll type on there and post and stuff like that. They post what they expect and what they will not take and all this and all that. And shorty, you look literally like below average, bro. Ain't nobody messing with you like that. Ain't nobody checking with you. They're not checking for you, for real. And it's getting bad. And then there's gonna be a lot of not kid, but there's gonna be a lot of people in my comments. Not a lot of people in my comments, but it's that 1 or 2 that be like, "Yo, you chop, bro. Yo, you're this, you're that. You." First of all, I'm a handsome dude. Don't let this camera fool you, nigga. I'm not photogenic at all. But I got pull. That's 1. 2, I'm handsome. I know I am. 3, why are you commenting on another grown man how he looks? You commenting, taking the time out your day to comment whether a guy looks good or not. Hence or not. But that's, hey, if that's what you into, that's what you into. I ain't no shame in it. You know what I'm saying? It should be, but hey.
In real life, who they would have otherwise been content with.
But yeah. Back to my point. I'm going on tangents and shit. I think it's the niggas' fault that a lot of these 3s and 4s are moving like 8s, bro. Bench players talking like starters. I hate it. And they not even on the bench. That's the worst part. They're not even on the team. They're not on the team. They're not on it. They're not on the team. I'm sorry I started with the Chiefs, but like, damn, bro. They're not on the team.
Hoeflation, and in the end, no one's happy. Men are all single because no women want them, and all the women are single because she can't find a man she wants. And one more thing to be aware of, it's not just these Indian gooners with no profile picture that are doing this. You've probably contributed to the problem and done what I call micro-simping. Micro-simping is when you give small bits of attention to women who haven't really earned it, but you must understand it all adds up. Every single like, every view, every second of time that you give to undeserving women contributes to the overall problem.
Well, what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna paint the narrative that giving the shorty a like on the Instagram post is simping, dog. Come on, bro. If a shorty look good, I'm gonna like the picture. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna like it. I'm sorry, but that's not simping, dog. Is it giving her attention? A little bit of validation, but come on, bro.
Problem of Hoeflation and women just getting too much.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this contributed to the problem, but what I used to do is I used to talk to the 3s and the 4s and stuff like that to work on my game. You know what I'm saying? To work on conversing with females. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable with talking and keep a conversation. I needed to learn how to carry a conversation even if the other person is being dry as fuck. Because sometimes there will be times where you'll need to do that. It may be a little bit straining. I'm saying a little bit draining, but it is a skill. You feel me?
Cheap male attention. So be aware of micro-simping and value your attention. Only give it to women who reciprocate your interest, and don't be following random girls on Instagram who don't even follow you back and then complaining about Hoeflation. Oh, no women want any men. When
oh yeah, so sometimes even back in the day when I used to follow shorties and stuff like that, I'll get follow backs. Nowadays, if they don't know you, they're not following back for real, unless you like. Sometimes I don't get a follow back. I just unfollow. You got a 24-hour to 36-hour, maybe 48. But you got that time slot to follow back, or else I'm unfollowing, nigga. I'm taking my follow back, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck is you talking about?
you're literally contributing to the problem yourself. The second cause of Hoeflation is, of course, other women, more specifically lying women. And in no other place is this more apparent than the Instagram comments section, where there exists this.
It don't even be the dudes that's under the comments most of the time. It be her friends. Even it don't matter if she's bad, chopped, none of that. It's always gonna be the friends that are there to say, yas, the baddie. There's girls that are chopped as hell on my Instagram right now that are talking like they 8s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 20s. Like, bro, you're delusional, okay? You don't look that good to have the attitude that you do, bro. And to speak to niggas the way you do. That's not how it works. It's not how it should work. But that's just how it is. So we gotta accept it.
Unspoken social contract between women, and from what I've observed is that when women post their pictures, they will intentionally turn off the like count and keep the comments turned on, and then every other girl fulfills their end of the contract by commenting 2, 3, 4 times on each other's posts. Even if they barely know each other, they'll still do it. Even if they hate each other, they will comment saying, oh, you're so gorgeous, oh, you're a baddie, right? Like, you can always count on girls calling fat chicks beautiful to their face or when it's on Instagram, but then when she's behind closed doors, she's gonna call that girl fat. Now, I'm not entirely sure why women do this, because I don't even think they realize what they're doing, but it seems like a subconscious way to boost each other's perceived amount of attention that they get, and thus their perceived social value. Like, it's funny, with guys, when it comes to this shit, we do not care. I've got some guys that I've been friends with for 10 plus years, and we've never taken a picture together, we've never posted each other, we never comment on each other's stuff. And I think that's just because men care more about reality, and women care more about perception, and this is just another way that women's self-image becomes overinflated.
I do know that. I noticed that. Like, unless you like a hood nigga that you banging and shit like that, you'll have flooded comments from both shorties and your homeboys, people that you repping a set with. But as far as like regular civilian niggas and shit like that, it don't be a lot of their homeboys, unless that's what y'all do. But it's not really common. But when you look at a comment section for any shorty, it's her friends that are comments. I'm telling you, it don't matter if they look good or bad. They're gonna gas them up and shit like that. I think that's why they just it feeds the delusion, bro.
When they increase each other's perceived amount of social value. Women don't admit it, but they really do care about attention and perception of attention. And that's why.
And they also complain. They also complain when people watch their stories and don't engage with their whatever they're posting, their content or whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. Everybody content creator nowadays and shit like that. But I see it on threads a lot where girls will be like, "Oh, everybody has fake animosity towards me or secret animosity towards me because why are you engaging? Aren't you engaging in my posts? But you can watch everything. Everybody's is just what do you call it? The monitoring spirits and shit like that." Okay, buddy, you're not that important, bro. And it shows, apparently. Like, come on, bro, relax.
Social media is such a cancer for women these days because it gives them an easy way to measure and boost each other's perceived amount of social value with followers and likes, right? These are easily visible metrics for us to measure, and it gives women an easy way to try and boost their perceived value in the sexual marketplace, and it just messes up everything for men and women. Because as much as Hoeflation is annoying for an average man to deal with, I really don't think women benefit from this as much as you probably think. Like, imagine you're just an average girl, and from the moment you reach puberty, you are fed this you go girl mentality that you're a 10 out of 10 and men ain't shit, and you're just constantly overstimulated with so much cheap.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, that reminds me of this example, right? So I asked my coworker, I'm like, there was a video of a girl on a Pop the Balloon, and I ain't gonna hold you, she wasn't the best looking and shit like that. She wasn't the most fit out of the bunch, I could tell you that. She was built bad. I ain't gonna lie to you, she was built bad, right? Literally, like whatever it was, that was your mom. That guy right there, that's how she was built. Where is it at? This is how she was built, literally, right here. She was built like this. Not gonna hold you. No offense. If you offended, go ahead. Take it is what it is. But she was out here acting like, you know what I'm saying, she had a bad attitude. She was being mad, disrespectful and all. You feel me? And I asked my coworker, I'm like, you don't find it crazy how like some people can have the audacity? Because she quick to say a nigga got a nigga. One thing a nigga got is the audacity or some shit like that. But it's like when you looking like that, bro, ain't no way you can be acting like that for real. And she says she don't like that because that means that we'll tolerate bad behavior from beautiful women and something like that. And I'm like, it's not that we tolerate it, it's that you ain't got no reason to act like that. Like, you don't look good, you're chopped. And her thing is that when it comes, like, she can call out when a nigga is ugly, right? But when it comes to women, nobody is ugly because everybody's beautiful to somebody. It doesn't matter. If somebody is ugly, say this person, right? This person right here is chopped, okay? But there's going to be somebody that likes this person. But that person might be chopped too. So they're both chopped. Just because she is attracted to him don't mean that he's attractive. That's not how it works. I need y'all to understand that. And this whole thing, that, you know, we're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother thing, but let's see where we was at.
And it just messes up everything for men and women. Because as much as Hoeflation is annoying for an average man to deal with, I really don't think women benefit from this as much as you probably think. Like, imagine you're just an average girl, and from the moment you reach puberty, you are fed this you go girl mentality that you're a 10 out of 10 and men ain't shit, and you're just constantly overstimulated with so much cheap male attention from Indians, so you start to think that you deserve the best. Even though you're average, but no one will tell you that you're average, you think you're a 10 out of 10. 10. So naturally, because of all of this conditioning, you're gonna start to raise your standards, and you can imagine you start to believe that you deserve a 10 out of 10 Chad type of guy. So imagine one day you're at a party or you're out and about and you meet an actual 10 out of 10 Chad, and since you think you finally met a guy that's on your level, you hook up with him. You pursue him, you want a relationship with him, but of course he won't commit because every other girl wants the same guy. Every other girl thinks the same thing, that they deserve the top 5% of guys. So eventually you're about 30 years old, you're done having your fun, and you finally decide to learn that if you want commitment, you need to settle, quote unquote, for a guy who is, quote unquote, below you. And you're always left thinking that you could have done better, that you deserve that 10 because you're a 10, even though you're realistically a 6 and you're married to a 6, which makes sense, that should work, but you still think that you deserved better because of Hoeflation. This is the story of what's called an alpha widow, and it perfectly describes the situation that the majority of women are in. Because it's not necessarily having hooked up with guys in the past that makes a woman less fulfilled in her marriage and more likely to cheat. It's the fact that one of those guys was better than her husband, because comparison really is the thief of happiness. And of course, men don't really have it any better these days. Most men have a serious lack of good options, and then a minority of men have so many options and have so much abundance, right? Most guys die of thirst while few get to drown in it. And that's the way it's always been to a certain extent, but social media has completely exploded this reality and made it so much harder. And with the state of modern dating, it is so easy for us to lose hope. You face constant embarrassment and rejection from women. The odds are not in your favor, and I just want you to know that it is possible to still win. You can get into a relationship with a wife quality woman who is obsessed with you and would do anything for you, and you can just imagine she genuinely desires you. So I'm putting a free video down below where I speak about how I went about doing that. I don't want
one thing I'm not gonna do is settle for that. I'm not gonna take that advice, cause I see too many niggas that I look better than with shorties that's bad as hell, and I refuse. I ain't gonna lie, I refuse. I ain't going to, but a lot of these I mean, it's not even just the birds. It's a lot of these hawks, nigga, or chop hawks, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all need to be realistic. You feel me? There's some niggas that don't look like that chase after shorties that are out of their league. Now, if you got a mouthpiece and you know how to talk, you know how to laugh at shorty out her draws, then you probably in there. But unless you're that, you know, because a lot of y'all are socially awkward. Y'all don't know how to interact. Y'all don't know social cues and all that. It's just the social media shit, bro. Y'all need to go outside more. Everybody making shit weird, where like it's weird to interact with somebody in person. You gotta DM them some way, somehow, on Twitter, on Instagram, shit, WhatsApp. You feel me? Like TikTok. But it's like when you go up to somebody and you talk to them and shit like that, and you're like, hey, I want to get to know you. Can I get your number and stuff like that? I don't know you. I'm not gonna give you up my number, but you can get my Instagram. Hey, if a shorty offers up her Instagram, nigga, she ain't fucking with you for real, gang. But but hey, man. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all comment down below your thoughts. Leave a like and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Noise Squad, because we is almost at 1K. Round 60 away. Let's get there. With that being said, locked in. Let's get it.